fall gardening and what you can plant 10 weeks before your first possible frost date. To find your frost dates, you're going to want to Google Almanac Frost Dates. Here you'll be able to enter in your zip code to get your last possible frost date and your first possible frost date. This will give you a general idea on when you can expect your first possible frost date, and we're going to use that date to work off of. In my case, it's listing October the 11th. Now go ahead and open up a calendar and mark off your first possible frost date, and then count backwards 10 weeks. That brings me to a planting date of August the 2nd. Now there are 4 things that I'm going to mention that you can plant, but one of them does require you to start them inside. So you're going to count back from August the 2nd, 4 weeks. 4 weeks brings us to July the 5th, but technically you can start them anywhere from 4 to 6 weeks before you plant them. So you want to start this crop between June 21st and July the 5th. And what is that crop? Basil. Yes, you can get another planting of basil 10 weeks out from your frost date. This was also on my first video of planting 12 weeks out from your frost date. Technically, you can plant basil anytime during the summer. And if you want to during the summer and you have the space, you can go ahead and direct sow basil as well. But when I'm talking about crops to start inside, that's under the assumption that you do not have the room right now to go ahead and direct sow that out in your garden. Next up, lima beans. Can't say I've ever grown lima beans, but you can direct sow lima beans and they take about 60 to 90 days to mature depending on the variety. Next, you can direct sow shelling beans, which if you're using them fresh will mature in 60 to 70 days, again, depending on the variety. And lastly, you can direct sow snap beans, both bush and pole beans, or better known as green beans. So as you can see, 10 weeks out from your frost date is pretty much all about the beans for your fall garden. So drop me a comment. Are you trying to garden this fall? And be sure to like and follow for more information on what you can plant 8, 6, 4, and 2 weeks out from your frost date.